Hey girl, so welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Mariah. Welcome to the beauty channel. In today's video we are doing a full face of soft glam. Okay, this is gonna be a long video and we are using a lot of products. Like if you came over here for like just a little bit of product, you're on the wrong video because this is gonna be a lot. Anyway, if you want to achieve this flawless soft glam look with a nice flawless airbrush base, then you need to keep watching. And also, if you like what you see, make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. Okay, so let's get started on this flawless base. Okay, the first thing I like to do is make sure that I'm working with some nice clean skin. That means you also want to be taking care of your skin, taking your makeup off when you go to sleep, all that good stuff. But I'm gonna apply my eye creams. These are by the Inky List. I have the Brighten eye cream and the Caffeine eye cream. These are from Sephora and they are super affordable. This whole line is affordable. I have been using it and I absolutely love it. But I think I got both of these for like $7 a piece, maybe more, but I know it wasn't over $10. So I just like apply both of those. And I actually refrigerate this one because it has this little nozzle on it that is like perfect for cooling, and it can help your eyes depuff in the morning time. So I like to just mix those together. This is going to help my eyes brighten up and help them to depuff. So I'm also getting a little treatment as well, and then I just use my fingers and pat that in. So next I like to go in and moisturize. I'm using the e.l.f. Happy Hydration Cream. This has hemp, what is it, sativa seed, something like that, but I believe I got this for $12. I love affordable skincare. That really works. I just take a little bit and I'm gonna rub that in. And I also like to do my neck. So I'm gonna let that soak into my face and I'm gonna start doing my brows. Ooh, okay, so we're done with that process. One of my brows is like way darker. I don't know how that happened. That's so weird. I'm gonna take like whatever is left in my sponge with my foundation and I'm just going over it to kind of lighten it. It's also more pointy. Oh well, girl, you know what? I'm not really going anywhere today. I'm just filming a tutorial, so it's okay. So we are gonna go ahead and set this concealer right up under the brow. I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me loose setting powder. This is a very affordable, amazing setting powder. Woo! I have the shade Deep. This is what it looks like. And I just like to use it to go like right up under that brow and set everything so like it doesn't look crunchy under there. Does that make sense? I don't want anything moving. There we go. I don't want anything to move, so I'm just gonna set underneath there. We also don't want it to be super shiny, so you can use that to set the top of the brow as well. I'm gonna go into my brow a little bit because like I said, one of them was super dark. And then right from there, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these eyes nice and done. I love to use my bronzer to do my eyes, so that's what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm using the Juvia's Bronze Duo. This is in the deep dark, and I just take a fluffy brush. I'm literally going to use both of these shades. So I'm going to go on the lid with the darkest shade. And I'm just going to pack it all on there. And then I'm going in with this fluffy Morphe M139 brush. And I'm going to take the lighter shade here. And I'm just going to blow that out, blow out the little edges of that deeper shade, and I'm taking it up a little bit high, not right up under the eyebrow, but close enough. This just adds some dimension and some color back into the face. This is like a super duper easy thing to do, especially if you don't want to get into eyeshadow. So if you are a beginner, like, this is probably the easiest way to get those eyes nice and pretty. And then, you know what, if you don't want to use bronzer, you could just use your setting powder and, you know, go from there. I'm going to go back into this deeper shade and take it into the crease a little bit, just so I can have a little bit more definition. And I'm dragging it and going kind of in like these little circles, just so I can distribute the powder a little bit better. And then once again, going back in with this brush and just lightly blending that out so that there are no harsh lines. So that's what we're looking like. We have a little bit of dimension in the eye now. You guys see the difference? If you want to just use one shade, you can do that as well, and it's just super duper simple. That's all I'm doing for my eyes. Now I'm going to get into my face, okay? You guys know I've been using this primer by e.l.f. This is the Power Grip Primer. This is a good dupe for the Milk Primer. This stuff is amazing. I use two primers. So I use my Revolution Pore Blur, and I use this one by e.l.f. And I'm going to show you guys why I use two. So in this little area, I get the oiliest. So my nose and like right in here, I take this Pore Primer and I just add a little bit. I would say this is a wonderful dupe for the Benefit Primer. You can save a lot of money. I love the Benefit Primer and I've been using that one, but this is like way more affordable and it gets the job done. So I just massage this into the area where my pores are the biggest and where I get oily, because I want to be matte and I want those pores to be like non-existent. This is a key step to getting a flawless base, okay? So not only do you want to make sure the skin underneath is taken care of, you want to make sure you're putting on a good barrier on top of the skin and making sure that this barrier is doing its job. So next I take this one and I take one pump, and this goes all over the face, everywhere else. It's so like sticky. It is going to grasp and grip your makeup. It is so tacky. I feel like it's also a good barrier to keep your pores from getting filled with tons of makeup. I take it down the neck because I also put my foundation down in this area. But look at how like tacky that is. So I am that girl who likes to, you know, correct and conceal, especially when I want like a full flawless face. So I'm going to use my LA Colors Conceal It. This is in the shade Orange. And I'm just going to take it over my mustache, on the side of my mouth, just a little bit, and underneath the eyes where I have those dark areas, because girl, we don't want none of this darkness shining through, okay? Now I don't want to pick any of that product up. I want it to just be set in that one spot that I applied it. So I'm using a concealer brush and I'm just going to buff it into my skin. And I'm focusing it right in these areas. The reason I'm not using a sponge is because my damp sponge sometimes picks up the product and, you know, it can move it around a lot more. But with a brush, you can just kind of focus your product a little bit easier. So we're going to move on to foundation. Like I said before, I'm using the Filter Effect foundation by Morphe. This has got to be like my favorite foundation right now. I'm just going to use two pumps and I'm going to build this foundation up. I like to first apply it with my foundation brush just to make sure I'm matching and get it over those areas that matter most to me. And I'm going to avoid the nose, because if you have noticed like that your makeup moves on your nose or it comes off faster or looks cakey, it's probably because you're putting too much product on that area. So I'm avoiding the nose and I'm avoiding under the eye. So what's going to make this application even more flawless is adding your setting spray while everything's still sitting on your face. So just mist it a little bit, especially if your foundation dries quick. So I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk brush. This is a very dense brush and it's for foundation. I'm just going to pack it on. I'm not swiping because I'm going to end up moving the product and it's not going to look cute. So we're packing it into the skin, and I always try to go just a little bit darker with my foundation because I'd rather it be too dark than too light. And the goal is for me to more so match it with my neck rather than to match it like with my face, because you're going to see it on my neck. I'm stippling it in and I'm not going directly under my eye. So this is a buildable foundation. You can build it up to full coverage if you like. That's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to go in with my sponge and apply it. So I'm going back in and I'm just applying it because we want more coverage. And this time I'm going to use my damp beauty blender to press that into the skin. And the reason I go in second with my beauty blender is so that I can soak up just a little product if I don't want too much coverage. And this will give you like that blur effect. It'll make your skin look like it's been airbrushed. And then I'm going to take whatever is left on top of the nose. So this is what the skin is looking like. So let's get into concealing. This is my favorite part. So whenever you're concealing, you want to like exaggerate the face a little bit. You want the high points to be highlighted and to be seen, and you want those other parts of your face to be kind of contoured so you get the desired shape that you want. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I highlight and contour my face to my liking. I use two products. I use the Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer. This has vitamin C in it, and this concealer is amazing. This has a pink undertone in it, and so it also helps to conceal and correct a little bit more. I have the shade Caramel, and then I also use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is a satin finish, and I have the shade Deep Caramel. So this one is more of a brightening, and then this one is just kind of to like conceal more. You do have to shake this up, so that's why I'm shaking. What I like to do is I take my e.l.f. concealer and I just focus it right here. That's all I do with that one. And then with the Revolution concealer, I love this little nozzle. I take it down my nose, kind of outline there. Can you guys see it's got more of a pinkish undertone to it? And then I like to go right over here in this area. I'm not like the people who do just a like line here and a little dot here. I used to do that. Like I did that years ago, but girl, I like more coverage. Okay, it really doesn't matter how you apply it as long as you like it, right? So I just like to connect it there, and then I like to go down the nose on the forehead. So that's what I like to do there. And then I also take a little bit of the e.l.f. concealer along the nose, just kind of mix those two together. I let it dry down just a tiny bit, okay? Just a tiny bit. I'm taking a fluffy brush. This is a clean brush, and I'm just going to blend that product out. I love using a brush because I can really focus the product where I want it. And then later I go in with my beauty blender. And you can let your product dry down a little bit if you like. That'll help you get more of a full coverage look. And I'm trying not to take it like way up here because I don't want my face to look wider. It's wide enough as it is. So just so you guys know, like also soft glam does not mean like just a teeny tiny bit of makeup. We're not going to do a little teeny tiny bit of makeup. We're doing a lot of makeup over here, okay? Always. But it does mean like you're not going too heavy, mostly like on the eyes. Like people can do like exaggerating things. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm going to take my beauty blender now and I'm just going to blend out those edges and work my way into the eye lightly. I'm taking the butt and blending out any area that might be harsh. I love the Revolution Beauty concealer because it is just so easy to blend out. It is like a top concealer for me. Now I want my concealer to still be bright, so we're using the Laura Mercier setting powder, and it is in translucent. This is what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I'm using my damp sponge. I pack it on there and then I tap out the excess with my hand, or on my hand, because I don't want it to be like way too white, and I don't want that little demarcation to be on my under eye. I'm not baking, I'm just gonna press it into the skin. I want to set it right away so that you don't get like as much creasing. Now we do have natural creases in our under eye, so press it in, don't bake. Also, if you are dry, you want to avoid baking. Like, girl, just avoid it, especially now. Like, I'm 30, I know like my skin's gonna change over time. I don't want to do anything that's going to dry my skin out too much while I'm aging. And just look at how flawless we look already. Like, we flawless, girl. So let's contour the nose. I like to use this Can't Stop Won't Stop mattifying powder. This is by NYX, super affordable. This is in the shade Rich, and I just take this little angled brush and I'm gonna use that to contour my nose. I don't like to add too many like creams to this area sometimes, just because you can end up getting a little bit oily, like I stated before, and we want to avoid that. So I'm just taking it right here where my brow is and just following that natural line. So that's how I contour the nose, and I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender. So sometimes you can get like that little line. You'll have your highlighter and then you'll have like immediately a dark shade right behind that. I struggle with that, so I take my beauty blender and whatever's left on it, and I just go in between on that little area and lightly tap, just to get rid of that harsh line and kind of marry the two shades together. And then you can take the butt of the sponge and just go over where you put your powder. Now we're gonna go into this area right in here. We want to like make our cheekbones look like they're sitting up, and my favorite product to use for that is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This is what it looks like. This is a super affordable product. I believe I got it for $6, and it's just been amazing. So I just take my angled brush, dip it in there, and here's my cheekbone right here. I'm gonna take it a little bit above the cheekbone, so I'm taking it right up here. Okay, this is how you get like a facelift. Okie dokie, girl, you're getting a facelift for free. Well, for $6. I'm gonna distribute that product, move it on upward to my temple. You want to put it a little bit in your hairline so that everything, you know, kind of meshes, and so you look like you're naturally beautifully bronzed. I just take it up in the hairline, and I mean, when you wash your face at night, you're gonna go up in that hairline and wash everything out, so don't even worry about it being in your hair unless you don't wash your face at night. And I'm not taking it down here because I want to stay lifted, and when you take it down here, sometimes depending on your face shape, it don't look right. I told y'all this was going to be a long video, didn't I? Like, it's a long video. So we're looking like that, and then we're going to take the butt of this beauty blender and just further blend that out. I'm marrying this bronzer into my foundation, just like so. You guys see I'm a little bit bronze belle. Oh yeah, by the way, the shade name is Sunkissed. This is called Sunkissed. I'm going back into my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder, and I am going to take this lovely fluffy brush and I am just going to pack it in over here just a teeny tiny bit. I'm going to take it under the jaw, you know, to hide that double chin, and then take it down the neck. I saw Makeup by Mario do this on Michaela, and she looks so flawless. Like, it just accentuated her neck and made everything come together. So I've been doing it. So we're going back into the bronzer, girl. Okay, and we're gonna grab this shade up top with the same fluffy brush and just pack that in lightly. Remember, you don't want to do too much. You want to use a light hand and a little bit of product because we're building everything up to our liking, and we don't want to look muddy, okay? So this is gonna not only set the face, but it's just gonna give us a little bit more color to the face. And you can even put it on your nose if you want, but I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna go into blush now. I'm using the Black Radiance Artesian Color Baked Blush. This is in the shade Warm Berry. That's what it looks like. It's so pretty. And I take a blush brush and just lightly tap that on my cheeks, staying up high. I'm not going to bring it down here. I want to keep it up high. And I take that into my temple a little bit too. I like to also take this on the nose. I just think it's so cute when you apply it to the nose. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and set the whole entire face. I'm using the Fit Me Maybelline, but this time I'm using the shade 40 in dark. I'll take this little angled brush here and tap that off and just apply it all over the face. Especially get in the little creases where your nose is, the little crevices, because you don't want your makeup like bunching up right there or moving too much. And we're just going to set the face. Let's move on to the highlighter. Now, I know I want it to accentuate the face and make everything look nice and lovely, but when I do my highlighter, I don't like to go too crazy anymore. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. highlighter. This is in the shade Gems, and I just take this little brush right here. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush, and I'm going to apply it where you see that line going down my nose on the bridge. I'm just going to apply that lightly on that area just to make the nose look a little bit longer and to focus the attention like inward on my face. And then I'm going to dot it on the tip of the nose just to get that button effect, you know. Super cute. That's what we're looking like. I don't put it on my cheekbones unless I like really am feeling like doing it that day, but this is what we're looking like as far as that goes. And literally, like, the last step I'm gonna do is set my face with my e.l.f. Stay All Night setting powder. So this is a setting spray, not setting powder. I go super heavy on my setting spray because I want my makeup to stick. And then an extra step that I like to take is just spraying my sponge a little bit. And then I'm going to go around the face and lightly press all of that setting powder in just to make sure that this makeup stays and holds all day long. Don't forget your neck. Like, we don't want this makeup to move at all, and it really won't move, especially if you take that step. I'm going to go back into my bronzer palette and grab this dark shade here, and I'm just going to put that underneath the eye gently with a fluffy brush. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes off camera. I'm using the Eylure London Vegas, is that Vegas Nay? Or Vegas, yeah, Vegas Nay collection. I got these from Target. I don't remember how much they were, but I will link them down below. I love a good drugstore eyelash. Like, I'm simple. I'm a simple girl, okay? For a dash of brightness, I'm just going in with my highlighter again, and I'm applying that to the inner corner of the eye, just to brighten everything up and widen the eye a little bit more. Super pretty, right? Look, I look like I'm glowing. This is such a flawless face. Okay, let me go put my lashes on. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, so the lashes are on, and I'm gonna go right into the lips my favorite thing to do with the lips, I have 4 products. I know that is a lot. So I like to line them, and so I like to line my lips first using this precision pen. This is actually an eyeliner, but I needed something really dark because the look I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and just line the lips. So that's the first liner I use. It's like closer to a dark brown, black brown. And then the next thing I'm going to use is my Juvia's liner. This is in the shade Brownie. And I'm going to take it right up underneath there. So that's on, and I'm going in with my NYX matte lipstick. This is in the shade, I don't know what shade it is. This is from the Sabrina collection. My sister got me this. So I just take that in the center of the lip. It's like a nude pink. Next, I'm going in with my Black Radiance gloss. And I just like to add that over it because who doesn't like a nice gloss? You could leave it here, but I like to add some shine to the lip. I love this gloss. It's like so shiny and just perfect. So this is the final look, you guys. I hope this video was super helpful to whoever has been wanting to do like a nice soft glam look, but you didn't know where to start or what products to get. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you liked what you see, please leave a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please join my little family. It would mean the world to me. Yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Hey y'all, so I just wanted to pop in real fast. I've had my makeup on for 7 hours. This is how it's holding up. I'm a little bit oily in my T-zone and on my nose. But yeah, I highly recommend these products. So this is what it would look like if I touched up. Yeah, girl. So this is what I took off. I'm sorry, that's like super bright. But I just wanted to come and show you guys that little base routine that I do, like everything really holds up really well and you still have like a flawless face. Nothing has really budged at all, and it's been 7 hours. You know, y'all, look, I'm just telling you, these little products are so worth the money. They're all like drugstore products. They are so affordable. Get your hands on them. And that's really all I wanted to come and say. Like, my makeup is still on my face. It hasn't moved. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.